This NFL Picks Week 11 edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code SGPN.
Hey, this is Pac-Man Jones. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Week 11 is upon us, Sean.
Oh yeah,
Deep. We're deep.
Yes,
into the regular season.
In
streets.
the trenches. How are we feeling?
I mean, again, it felt like the results now with a week removed from last week, or a couple days. It does still feel like there was plenty of good process with some bad results. So
got you on the right side, even though not an
I'm
amazing
looking at
week
you,
for the
Jacksonville.
show. Jacksonville.
Although CJ,
Close your eyes special didn't come through, unfortunate. But again, it's like Tomlin as a dog. It's gonna hit 60% of the time. It's gonna lose 40% of the time. Do you abandon it?
No, and as I pointed out on, I think it was last week's show, we're already up to 12 close your eyes specials.
Yeah, there's been a lot. Well, and
in the last 4 years, so going back to 2021, we were averaging 12, 13
for the entire season.
Yeah. So
and I think that this highlights the parity in the league. Like there's been some really good teams, some really bad teams, but then also it still is the NFL, and those really bad teams are never quite as bad as you think. Again, we got the Jets coming in on a 2-game winning streak. These good teams are never quite as good as they think. With the Colts, who did win, didn't cover unless you got like a wonky number there. But
what a weird game.
It was weird, but also it was the Atlanta Falcons, who I did think would have a shot at live, and certainly they did have a shot, but they just find ways to lose. And the Colts, Daniel Jones, man, we saw a lot of the old Daniel Jones. I tweeted out the photo of Steve Buscemi putting on the lipstick in Happy Gilmore because it reminded me of Daniel Jones, who has those crazy eyes, and he got popped in the mouth and he was bleeding all over his lips. It was just
why so serious? Very Joker-esque. Yeah, I mean it was. Yeah, I mean, look, I threw. I don't know if I was just being mean or I had a hunch, but I put in the Patreon pick'em last week. I don't know if you ever look at the props I include, but I I put Will Daniel Jones have a turnover, INT or fumble, throws an interception and fumbles 3 times. I don't. What, he only lost 1 of them, or did he lose 0 of them? Might have lost 0 of them. No, he lost.
No, they got 1, yeah, but they could have lost more. And Michael Penix, he had a bad turnover. We'll talk about it when we get to these teams. Kramer, we just got a bunch of action. People, if you missed the Thursday night props episode, we did it earlier today. Kramer weighed in on the Brian Daboll firing. Overall, yes. Big picture thoughts for the people who may have missed that part.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's the long rambling. A lot of good information in there. Okay. Probably more stuff that will end up being true, just like my prediction. Kafka, his tenure as a head coach has been great so far. He's already put Jameis in.
Yep.
And
give the fans what they want.
Exactly. What else are you gonna do? Play Russ?
No, there's no reason to play Russ. Jameis at least has a fun upside.
And I would say the TLDR is I think the head coaching search is going to be a circus because I don't think Joe Shane's job is safe. And again, I just fuck off with your anti John Gruden takes. All right, here's the Mount Rushmore of guys I would want. Execution. And I'm going to put Jeff Hafley in there again because I'm telling you, this guy is he's in the circle. He's in the finalists already. I just by who's reporting it. So that's the one rando of like, I'm just going to listen to the information. Lane Kiffin, John Gruden, John Harbaugh. Those are the coaches I'd be happy with.
Oh, that you'd be happy with. Well, Harbaugh's not getting fired, so I mean, maybe
Harbaugh / Tomlin. I'll put in that.
Maybe Tomlin gets fired.
People would hate the Tomlin hire. Yeah. I would love it.
Oh,
I would love it.
Giants fans would hate it.
Love it.
Shout out to Magic Man Blanco checking in, all time Packer fan. Go Pack, go! Been a minute since I caught one of these live.
Yeah, where you been, bro?
Jets. He said he's a little scared that we get some Jameis magic going against them this week.
Well, I mean, we'll talk about it in a little bit, but Packers have had trouble dealing with reserve quarterbacks on the Giants.
No, Tommy DeVito, say no more, Ryan.
I mean, who's more Italian than Jameis Winston on this team? Come on. Forget about it.
He is a wild card. And House 72 saying whoever comes in as head coach needs to bring good coordinators. Oh, and how the fuck does Shane get a second chance of picking the coach? Was his takeaway.
There's very little argument as to, I think it's fair to think there might be an element of Mara doesn't want one of his family members leading the charge.
Yes.
He knows Steve Tisch isn't going to get involved, and he's dealing with chemotherapy and cancer. I'm telling you, this could just be, this guy's organized. He'll do a good job. Get us all the information we need. Then we'll take the baton. Again, I think there's still a chance he gets fired. So
yeah,
circus, like I said.
It just to me is,
and
weird.
Again, he upgraded all the technology. Again, if Sean and I had a guy come in here and completely,
I think that's your tech background of where you're very,
as a business owner, if someone comes in and visibly shows you improvements that like people are patting you on the back for,
I guess
you like that,
but
that's all I'm saying. And because you have to realize it went from Dave Gettleman binders with like boogers on them and magnets on whiteboards to like everything digital. And again, as if I'm being objective,
but ultimately the
first
product,
2 classes,
the product still is bad.
Agreed.
Yeah.
First 2 draft classes sucked. Last 2 looking pretty good. Now I told you also roster management. You want to make Daboll look bad? Get Gano out of here. He's on IR. Why didn't this happen before Daboll got out of here? So maybe Daboll was more of a menace than I thought. Maybe he had more influence over Shane than I thought.
All right, let's get into actual games, actual picks. So we're picking every NFL game against the spread like we've done since 2011. Name me another show's done that. No leans, only picks.
I'll ask a serious question,
Brian.
How many?
Can I talk to you about my bathroom in my new West Shore home? Has put a. Can they make bathrooms bigger than this in my detached garage? Go to westshorehome.com/Ross.
Does he still accidentally like talk about how his wife loves it when they come by to install the doors? It's like, how phallic can you get about this guy fucking your wife, bro? It's like she loves when he's installing the garage door.
Love when the handyman comes by and Ross is around.
That handcrafted, those Dutch doors, spreading them wide open.
I was just trying to talk to you about my love of West Shore homes.
Oh,
shout out to Ross.
Oh man, that's been the number one unexpected topic in the DMs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
People
enjoy the comedy, the satire around the to-dos in the gambling space.
Long teasers. No, I'm going to tease this up to 8.5. Of course, reminder, you do not get good prices on teasers at DraftKings. This message is brought to you by our sponsor, DraftKings. It's so funny. If I was DraftKings, I'd be like, Ross, maybe dial back. But like reminding everyone that we don't have good teaser prices.
Not to expose how the sausage is made, but the aforementioned company is also relatively prickly to deal with on that front. So
that also too is that's their media company or like their advertising agency.
Still. Imagine if we were talking like this way while running DraftKings ads.
Oh yeah.
TPS report on our desk Friday.
Yeah, when DraftKings runs with us, then they're very anal about reading the disclaimer for like verbatim. where to the point like we got emails back of he said in the read 1-888-586-355. It's supposed to be 1-888-386-5355. Listen, no one on our show is calling the number. Okay, that's why they're listening to the show. Shut the fuck up.
Oh,
They're maniacs. It's like
wait, did we ever?
Well, and then some of our guys have legit reading problems.
Who did we get to read the disclaimer that didn't work out? It wasn't.
What was
it?
That?
Wasn't Lenny Dykstra.
No, that was. We hired Lenny Dykstra to read the disclaimer, and then they didn't like that either.
Well, it was one take, and it was rough. It was rough.
Can you send the money now? Sure, Lenny. Just you got to finish recording it. Lenny will literally do. If you have $250, I'll give you Lenny Dykstra's email. If you want him to do something, he'll probably do it for $250.
Yeah.
Like a cameo.
He's kind of becoming
I mean, he'll do more than a cameo. I'll tell you that. The guy's looking for work.
He figured, and you can tell with his social, he figured out that great way to farm up engagement is politics. So he's heavy over there.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Lenny. We'll have him on the show.
Knows.
We'll have him on the show again, but he's always asking for money. So it's like I don't want to have him on the show because then he'll keep texting me about paying him.
That's the segment. Nails knows. It feels like you could get a real dangerous topic from time to time, a hot one. All right, so yeah, I mean, other than people enjoying our satirical representation of other gambling,
yes,
shows,
we like to have fun and bust chops. Kramer, let's get into it.
Well, also, yeah, we can. I'll save this for later when we're talking about that game. All right, let's bring up the beautiful slide. Shout out to Colby and the college experience, who I'm sure they're. I didn't even check to see if they had finished yet. Probably still going. We'll probably have some guys trickle in after that show's done here in a little bit. But he went with some classic looks. Here's what I would say: you're about to walk through one of those modern museums, art museums, where you see some normal shit, and then you make a right turn and you got a dog bowl painted black. Nothing else in the room, and you're supposed to understand what the fuck's going on. That was Colby's artwork for these slides. Because there are some very this one, very classic look. Jets taking on the Patriots Thursday night. Patriots laying a massive 13, Sean. This opened 10.5, steamed up to 13, probably fairly. -800 on the money line for the Pats. Jets plus 575. 43 is the total. Dogs on Thursday night, 5-3. We're deeper in the season now, where I feel like that becomes a stronger idea. The short week of prep is more and more daunting, I believe, and more likely to generate low scoring games. We have a total of 43 here. Yeah. And so when you have a giant point spread, in my mind, I guess the closer I get to the end of the season, the more likely I am to just close my eyes and take a dog of 13 points on a Thursday, just like we saw the Raiders play a Broncos team that seemed disinterested in trying to just get in and get out. This game has that kind of vibe. Now, the Jets are a tough pill to swallow because Aaron Glenn's acting like a petulant child because a beat reporter broke some news. He's acting like a petulant child about his starting quarterback. Do you think? We were talking about the prop show. I think Tyrod Taylor might start, but again, how would I know? And I'd love to hear if anyone actually found one, but we did see. I wasn't able to verify it by seeing it in a live account, but per a screen, I saw Tyrod anytime 9-1 pop. Yeah, which feels like it has to be a mistake because they're either not going to list it, or they're going to list it as a starter and it won't be 9-1. So yeah, I mean, there's two ways to look at it. One, hey, the Jets, they're playing somewhat better. I guess they have won 2 games in a row. Now they won with Justin Fields having 54 passing yards against the Browns, and they had Browns have a good special defense. Teams touchdowns. Yeah, but the Browns defense isn't as good on the road. They're kind of like a defense only. They played pretty well last. I mean, granted that it takes 2 to tank. The Jets? No, the Browns defense. Oh yeah, but again, the Jets got 2 special teams touchdowns. Yeah, no, I understand. Which is why they won. I'm giving the Jets a little bit of a pass for playing the Browns defense is all.
All right. Yeah. I mean, there's two ways to look at it. One, hey, it's a division dog, double digits. That's appealing. To your point, Ryan, we saw a similar situation last week where the double digit dog hung around. Although there was a number of opportunities for that Broncos team to ice the game and get the cover, but not interested in doing that.
Yeah. It just felt like a lazy approach.
And then I think there is something to rookie head coaches on Thursday night, especially Thursday night on the road. I mean, Aaron Glenn has not been coach of the year material. So now you expect a rookie head coach to go. I couldn't find the splits, but rookie head coaches Thursday night has been one of those like super strong. Now earlier in the season, it's stronger, but still, I think there is something to Aaron Glenn getting this team ready on a short week where they're not explaining who the quarterback is certainly daunting. Now the Pats are pretty banged up, but you know, Drake May is playing incredibly well. I think he's going to be able to throw on this Jets defense. I think they might be looking to run it up, pad some stats here, help Drake May's MVP campaign. So yeah, it's tough to get there with the Jets, even though it is 13 points. Pats have owned the Jets. 37-8 run against the Jets. That's insane.
Yeah, I'll concede to feeling like an idiot if I'm wrong.
Oh, you're gonna take the Jets.
I'm gonna take the points.
Now, what anything in particular make? Now this is tough because if you're telling me Tyrod's playing,
well, one, it does feel like what's going on is they want Tyrod. I think he wants to play both. I think he realizes that Tyrod should be able to throw on this defense a little bit. They haven't exactly locked people down on the back end. The Jets don't have that alpha that you're going to try to take away with Christian Gonzalez, and so maybe they can work something out there. We talked about Breece Hall in the receiving game on the prop show, and just the idea that this is a low scoring junkie type of game where Patriots 17, Jets 6.
I think this Pats team's awesome, and I think they're going to run it up. Give me the Pats in the 13.
It's going to take. I think I'm just going to be slow to conceding that.
Yeah, it's week 11. I got to admit the Patriots are good.
The Patriots.
Give me the Pats laying the 13. Kramer on the Jets getting 13 points.
Yeah, I am a little scared of the Aaron Glenn thing though, because like I said, he's acting like a petulant child.
Short week. Jets defense versus Vrabel feels like a smash spot.
Smash.
Let's head over. Let's head over to Spain. Is this the Spanish music?
Ibiza, I feel like, was on Girls Gone Wild a ton.
For the first ever game in España, they did have a NFL Europe team, and maybe even two. I wish Colby was here to confirm that for me. 6:30 a.m. here on the West Coast, Sean. The Washington Commanders and the Miami Dolphins. Commanders down bad right now, I would say. Not a good situation. This is
another game where if you're listening to a show and they don't tell you this game is in Spain,
no.
Why are you listening to that show? Why do we have so many people? And maybe
did it happen?
It happened to me again. Was listening to a show where
you're minding your own business, listening to a show.
I like to hear people's takes on games. Again, that's why we have a sports gambling podcast network. I listen to our shows on the network. Again, I got the SGPN app fired open, check in, but obviously football season, I'm pretty locked in. So I'll stretch my legs, go check out some other shows. And if you're telling me Washington is a 2.5 point road dog as part of your handicap,
that's not wrong. They are on the road.
No, it's not a road dog. You're on a neutral. You're in Spain. I need a tapas handicap, not a Washington Redskins road dog take. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
You want to give a hint? Would I know this person?
No.
Okay. Shame on them. Shame on. I was gonna say
no, but it happens all the time. It's annoying.
Well. It's because no one does any prep for anything.
Yeah.
They just sit down, look at the sheet and go. I heard it on.
Well, you don't even have network. To prep.
I heard it on a network that we may also do
Oh
shows.
wow!
For,
Right? No,
which also happened last
No,
week
no.
with the Germany game.
Yeah, come on, guys. Let's get our shit together collectively as an injury. As an
Dolphins laying 2.5 -155 on the money line. Commanders +135. 47.5 is the total. I mean, obviously you have the quarterback situation. Both teams are choosing to take the bye after the game, Sean. And I was a little surprised to see that over at the Green Book, Miami is a heavy, lopsided, chalky, short favorite, which is interesting considering the line. According to the data, the line has moved from 3 to 2.5 in this game. So, Miami action line comes in, feels like there's a little trap being set. We know to take the 2.5, not lay it. People are talking about like the Dolphins being fixed and everything's great. And they're going to, I've heard a couple people like kind of allude to the idea, like, look, they were able to get the offense going. This could be another great spot for them. Here's what I will say. I'll give you a Spanish field handicap.
Okay.
So you know how we always have issues when we go to England because the soccer grass is like it's a little bit easier to break away.
Yep.
So you put bigger men on. English football is considered to be the most physical brand of European football. We're going to Spain, the land of the softest baby soccer.
Okay.
There's no physicality at all in Spanish.
Okay.
Soccer. This field.
There's no physicality in soccer.
This field is going to be even more break apart. It's going to be even softer grass. I am very worried about this. I read the
things you think about.
I went and looked at the kind of sports that are played here, mostly soccer. So you're not even getting a bit of a rugby or something more manly. So I wonder, two teams that are going to want to run the ball, what this field is going to look like and how sloppy could it get? Now, Sean, I'm sure you're going to be on the Dolphins here. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to. This guy made a compelling point about Washington being a road dog, and they look bad. Washington looks bad. They're going to bounce back, but haven't we been saying this? I mean, the Washington Commanders blew through 2 close your eyes specials.
Well,
listen to their scores. They lost to the Cowboys 44-22. Oh, they were close your eyes special against the Chiefs. They lost to the Chiefs 28-7. Then they lost to the Seahawks 38-14. Another close your eyes special where they lose 44-22 again. How they've lost 44-22 twice in 4 weeks. Where's the scoregami guy when you need him?
We've
That's
had
way
3
more
of those
interesting.
scores in 2 weeks, which is even crazy.
That's the same team has lost 44-22 in 4 weeks time is very interesting to me. Now this Commanders team just really fucking sucks is what we have to realize. And the Dolphins, they suck pretty hard. Now I would love to fade the Dolphins after a big win against the Bills, where Mike McDaniel decides to show up at a Bills bar in Miami. Maybe he's looking to. I mean, that is a hilarious flex to just show up at the Buffalo Bills local bar, like, "Hey guys, we kicked your ass," and just celebrating in Miami. But also kind of embarrassing that there is a Buffalo Bills bar in your town. But I think the fact that this is international throws that all out the window. And the Miami Dolphins, are they a great organization? No, but I think to me, there's one thing I really like in this game. It's Achan. Achan, just hand the ball off to Achan, throw the ball to Achan. That to me is the one thing I can count on. I can't count on the Dolphins defense. I can't count on Tua. I sure as hell can't count on Marcus Mariota. Zach Ertz might catch the ball a few times, but other than that, I just think it's a big Achan game. So I will take Miami laying the 2.5. What are you doing, Ryan?
I'm with you. I don't really want to be on this Washington team, and I think the fact that they have underperformed on the close your eyes special spot, and the fact that there is a little bit of, if I'm to believe Dan Quinn is some sort of master motivator, no, I'm going to take Miami. I'm going to lay it with Miami.
So you are taking Miami.
Yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I think whatever we thought about Dan Quinn as a motivator last year,
yeah, I don't know.
No. I think that was a general thought that Dan Quinn got this. Oh, what the fuck happened here? Dan Quinn got this crappy team to play above their weight last year, and Jaden Daniels certainly helped. But
yeah, no, I mean everything broke right.
I think they look like crap this year.
And of course, do I feel great about their quarterback?
And Tua Tagovailoa, the quarterback?
No, I don't. But he's going up against Marcus Mariota, and I don't think they were fixed by any means. But Jalen Waddle, they have some stuff going. I get why you'd want to be on Washington because hey, why not? But because yeah, you're taking the dog, you're fading the chalk here internationally. I guess that somewhat makes sense, but I think the Miami Dolphins are a better team right now. This Redskins team is just horrific on all levels.
Well, that's my point. I think they've quit.
It's not just they're bad; they're historically bad.
We talked about it with Jaden Daniels not smiling as much, almost as a joke, but it seemed like whatever rah bullshit was there last year and working, the injuries have zapped the room. So this is one of the few. I don't want to call my play a donkey play, but this is one of the ones where we're unknowingly taking the public side. And yes, I too can't understand how you could possibly take the Commanders.
Yes, no, fuck the Commanders. Ryan, hey, shout out to Novig. Sign up today over on Novig. You don't want any vig. You want access to great sports prediction market tool. Look at these. I mean, the prices on Novig are so good. So I mean, truly fire. If you think I'm messing around, download the Novig app. It's available in a ton of states. Use our promo code SGPN. All you got to do is spend $5, get $50 in bonus dollars when you use our promo code SGPN. Let's see here. We got some live NBA action, Ryan. Of course, they have live stuff. They have. It's really impressive. Like their prop selection for an exchange is really, really good. Ryan, we're picking the game at 13 points. Meanwhile, I'm over on Novig. I'm seeing the Pats minus 12.5 at minus 106. That is a much better price. And again, keep getting those better prices over on Novig. Use the promo code SGPN. They also have first touchdown. They have props. Highly recommended. Download the Novig app today and use the promo code SGPN.
Well executed plan.
Thank you.
Oh no, Novig.
No,
it's complimenting the prediction.
Okay, I thought you were talking about me.
I mean, it really is the future if you think about it. If you take a look into the future looking machine, aka look at Europe, tons of prediction markets.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense. Hey, why you're literally reducing the middleman to some degree.
Yeah, more outs. Good. We'll figure. It's
always good to have options.
We'll find a way to screw that up in this country. 10 a.m. on Sunday. We got 7 games in the early window, Sean, 4 in the late window. So Scott Hansen didn't get his way this week. There will be a true quad box. First up in the early window, the Packers coming off a Monday night loss to your Philadelphia Eagles, Sean. They take to the road where they will face the New York Football Giants in Jersey. Giants 7-point home dogs plus 275 on the money line. Packers minus 330. 43.5 is the total. Daboll's out. Kafka's in. Tim Kelly has been promoted to offensive coordinator. Kafka will continue.
Who's Tim Kelly?
Just a dude. Just another dude. He has been a coordinator before for the Texans. Maybe one other team.
Well, we already got a awesome. I mean, I'm excited as an NFL fan that we get Jameis Winston.
I was getting there. Kafka in, still calling the plays. He will be talking to Jameis in the helmet. Jameis seemed incredibly grateful.
Yes.
He said that he was at Bible study, and so he was already in a grateful frame of mind when he got the news, and he's just ready to try his best. In fact,
the Jameis, the fact that they're interviewing Jameis is just awesome.
Yeah, let me hit play.
I want fans to know that I'm going to do my best. You know, obviously I'm going to have fun, but I'm going to execute, have a surgical execution, and just play ball, man. Like this is something I've been doing since I've been 4 years old. Now I just get to do it in the greatest city in the world. I'm gonna be saying it with my son. It's the greatest city in the world. Yeah, that's a Hamilton reference if y'all don't know. Yeah, 10-year reunion. I'm on.
Sean was trying to tell me that he thought Gronk was smarter than Jameis Winston.
Yeah, chime in on the chat of who you think is smarter.
You think Gronk knows anything about Hamilton
or Gronk? Gronk has a certain culture about him. Like
well, everyone's got culture about him.
Yeah, Gronk is, but Gronk also leans into the Gronk character, which to me is a sign of intelligence. And I think Jameis does that a little bit as well. He realizes people like when he's personable and sings and has fun and is charismatic.
They both have amazing charisma. I would say slightly higher for Jameis.
If we put these guys to take the SATs, I think it would be neck and neck. I would have Gronk as a slight favorite. Chime in the chat. Who do you think would win?
I'm not saying that Jameis is going to win in a landslide. I'm just saying he played quarterback. I'm going to make quarterback is probably on average higher intelligence than tight end.
Yeah, I see that.
Tight end feels like the lowest intelligence on offense.
I wouldn't say that. Interior guards are the dumbest.
That's.
I mean,
guards you think are the dumbest,
100%.
or maybe running backs
or receivers.
I think receivers are more intelligent.
I think honestly, tight ends. You have to you take meetings with the offensive line. You have to know pass protection and you have to know route concepts. So in some ways, I think. While
Sean coming to the defense of tight ends.
No, I'm a huge tight end guy. While I see your case default TMZ take that quarterbacks are the smartest. I think it's a case by case basis, but I think tight ends are compared to the rest of the offensive positions very high up. Very high up.
I think not all, but centers can be very intelligent.
Agreed.
I didn't say quarterbacks were the smartest. I said they were smarter than tight ends.
Well, then who's the smartest?
If I was ranking on, it's probably still quarterbacks, but centers are close.
Centers, any offensive lineman, you take so many blows to the head.
That's also true.
I mean, Jason Kelce is very intelligent, and he's actually Travis Kelce is not helping the intelligent tight end positioning.
Yeah, we see two of them, right? They're brothers, same teams. One's tight end, one's
tight end. All right, that hurts my case.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any other comparisons like that.
I still like my boy Gronk. So Kramer,
Darren Waller, maybe also another one that hurts your case.
Oh, come on! Anyway, you don't think there's some dumb quarterbacks?
Back to this game, Sean. What's your take on the Packers? You saw him up close and personal. You saw Jordan. Sorry, I almost called him Jordan Ass. You saw Jordan Love up close and personal.
Yeah.
And
let's see. I thought the Packers defense played pretty well against the Eagles. I will say that. Also, the game was not very conducive to offense. Like you saw any of those throws were dying.
Field looked very slippery.
It was cold. I think it was like the first really truly cold game in Green Bay for the season. I don't think I thought both defenses played awesome. I know some people are bitching about the game, but as someone being there, I had an appreciation for how good the defenses played. I thought it was a pretty exciting game, and granted it was low scoring, but I think this Packers team, it's weird. I don't think they're a horrible team, but they got power rated so high those first couple of games with the Lions and Commanders win and with the Micah trade. And I think just the market has been so slow to react to that. Right. I didn't think they should be favored against the Eagles. I thought that Panthers spread was crazy. And now you could talk me into the fact that they've lost 2 games in a row. They got to figure something out going on with the offense, but what are they going to do? Not having Tucker Kraft, having their receivers banged up, that certainly hurts their options. Now maybe this is a big Josh Jacobs game. I think if you're a Packers supporter, you're leaning into that idea. Obviously the Giants continue to struggle with running the football, but and the Packers defense I think is going to give Jameis some trouble. Now Jameis, his YOLO ball will be fun, but who's catching passes for the Giants, right?
Great question. You see the Broncos actually signed little Jordan Humphrey off the practice squad from the Giants.
Don't they need receivers?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, this is another question mark for the GM. You're going to have the tight ends heavily involved. I think you're going to see Tyrone Tracy getting a little bit used in the passing game. They'll get his ass going, and then yeah, I mean Darius Slayton had some moments. He's catching the ball. That's a good sign.
Okay.
Maybe they'll dust Jalen Hyatt off.
I mean, I like the idea of
Ray McLeod.
I like the idea of Jameis going off, but even the tight ends, Theo Johnson's had some drops. I mean,
oh yeah, I mean that's the roller coaster, Sean.
Like I don't know, Jameis I think is going to throw the football and throw it a bunch, but is he going to turn it over? Can these pass catchers get open?
Well, I for one, I think the expectation that we have a Jameis game and he doesn't turn it over, seems unlikely.
Okay,
so I've already just accepted we're probably going to have a Jameis turnover. As far as like what I expect to see the distribution of passing yards, we've seen Jameis completely light up a Jerry Jeudy. I mean, Darius Slayton is going to have a big game. I think Wan'Dell's also going to have a big game. I mean, you want to know who's catching it, and I do think that Theo, although he'll probably drop one, will also have like those are your big three in terms of who's getting the yards. Theo runs the seam well. Bellinger does too a little bit. Slayton does good stuff vertically down the field, and even early in the season, Wan'Dell was doing it when Russ was shredding the Cowboys there. So, if they're gonna have that kind of approach,
I just want to know who's his Cedric Tillman, because that's now if you remember that first game that Jameis started last
whatever,
season,
it's Darius Slayton. That's
okay.
Like he's
and
that.
So we got Slayton 2 touchdowns.
Sure, that's definitely in the mix.
No, I mean he's gonna throw them. So,
and I think there's when I watched the Packers offense. Now you're right that they could just run the ball down the Giants' throat. Josh Jacobs looked really good. He was talking about how the Eagles were calling out their plays, which I don't know if you saw this, Sean. It got in his head. He said it was making him do the wrong thing. I don't know. I don't know if they should be laying 7 points here. The last time Jordan Love came into the Meadowlands, Tommy DeVito had a game-winning drive against the Packers. Maybe that's not Jordan Love's fault, but he's 0-1 against the Giants.
Darius is questionable. Are you worried about that?
He's playing.
Okay.
I mean, he returned to the game last week. So
I mean, the biggest thing to me in this game is Packers lost their center Elton Jenkins for the season, so that's massive.
Broke his leg, right?
Yeah, or I think he might have broken his ankle.
Yeah,
it was pretty rough there.
And again, so maybe that disrupts the run game enough. Maybe this the dead coach bounce.
Yeah, that's the real reason.
I mean, let's be honest.
You're getting a dead coach and dead quarterback bounce.
But let's be honest. You're also
thoughts and prayers for Jeff.
How they haven't fired Shane Bowen yet?
That's how. Wait, they really didn't fire him?
No.
Oh, he's still. I was going to ask you who's the interim defensive coordinator, because you don't fire the head coach and not get rid of the coordinators.
It seemed like there was a moment where Kafka was going to be making more changes, but the more changes were just to name the offensive coordinator. I don't quite understand it, but again, who knows? Daboll seems like he was all over the place. Maybe he was influencing Shane Bowen in the wrong way, and Shane Bowen's going to come out with an insanely good game plan here, which would be insane. But why didn't they fire him?
I love that. It's just like,
why didn't
maybe
they fire
he has an insanely good game plan
so far,
that he was just never using.
Sean, so far, Jameis immediately goes in as the starter.
Okay.
Graham Gano is immediately put on IR.
But also, Jameis. Sure, I think he's better than Russell Wilson.
I'm just saying, two for two, 2 for 2.
I'm interested in the entertainment.
Kafka said, "Get Gano out of the fucking locker room. Do whatever you got to do. Get this fucking."
I love
guy
how your cancer is a kicker. I will take the Giants +7.
Yeah,
I think this is just. I just don't think the Packers should be 7-point road favorites. Give me the Giants +7. Kramer obviously taking his New York G-man.
I posted on X at Kramer Centric a picture, something I posted, I guess tweeted back then 2 years ago to the day, Sean, November 12th, 2023. I got to bring it up. Sorry.
Is this when they hired
No.
This
This is
November.
this is more Jameis content than
Okay.
it is. Let me just. I've been posting a little bit today. Oh, here it is.
Great content, right?
You could have talked and helped me out a little bit.
I don't know what you were setting up. You set it up by the time and date.
I posted this 2 years ago to the day.
The Jameis training video is pretty awesome. What drill is this?
He's just like in the front yard of an apartment complex.
Show him I'm ready. Show him I'm ready. Post it, son. Post it.
He almost fumbled that one. If you had told me 2 years ago that he was going to be on the Giants, I wouldn't have believed it.
Like what's the goal of the drill? Is just obviously not to drop the ball.
He's
but
just working through some stuff.
all right, so good.
So good. And I just thought it was wild that it was 2 years ago to the day. Sean.
Happy 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, it's a great video too. I'll have to post it. Hopefully things go well so I can post it on Sunday. Game number 2 in the early window, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming off a disappointing performance against the Patriots. They head up to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Bills are laying 6 minus 265 on the money line. Tampa plus 225. 48 is the total. Sean, the Bills have their the Bills have Houston on Thursday night next week. FYI.
Okay.
And the Bucks are in an interesting spot here. Things were looking pretty hunky dory. Dropping that game last week off the bye didn't. Not a good time to do that because this is a tough spot for them. Love the Bucks, love Todd Bowles, love getting all these points with them, but a little worried. This is one of those spots where they just get wiped off the map a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, certainly is a. Bills off a loss, right? That's been pretty good. Josh Allen 14-9 ATS off a loss. That's usually a pretty good situation for them. But the Bills are 2-3. Straight up in their last 5 games. I don't think we can really ignore that. Again, Josh Allen is good off double-digit losses. You would imagine this is a wake-up call for them, but I still have a lot of questions on this Bills defense and Josh Allen. We talked about it with Decker when he started dating Madison Beer. He got a little reckless with the ball. It seems like Hollywood Josh has been a little more reckless. He's a little more reckless with the ball, turnovers. I just keep coming back to that tush push where he keeps his feet moving, and then ends up fumbling the game away.
So it
is crazy that Josh Allen just gets no one gives the Bills any shit for them doing the snowplow to AK tush push. And
so sexual.
Oh yes. Well, if you put snowplow in Urban Dictionary, you will get some results right.
Okay.
Oh yeah. At least I'm pretty sure.
I'll check it out.
And maybe things have changed since high school, but. In addition,
hello.
In addition,
there's Kentucky snowplow, Boston snowplow,
it's a regional thing.
Pennsylvania snowplow.
See, that's probably the one I was familiar with. The turnovers for Josh Allen are kind of becoming a thing here. So I look at it in this way: Bucks third and pressures generated. Now we expect the Bills to bounce back, but I also expect this Bucks team to bounce back. Bucks are pretty good off a loss themselves. Baker 13-4 ATS off a loss as a Tampa Bay Buck.
You heard what Todd Bowles said about the loss?
What's that?
He didn't coach well enough.
Well,
he pulled a Liam Cohen. Told the media that basically it was on him. It was a poorly coached game.
I think Baker takes this matchup personally, and there's a trend that
why does he take the matchup personally?
No, I think he wants the world to know he's as good as Josh Allen. I think there's a little
because he's like tiny and Josh is big.
I think there's a little chip on their shoulder.
He was joking about it on the podium. He said he was 6'10".
Yeah, that's his way of saying fuck you. Now, they were in the same draft class, or am I crazy?
One off. I think.
One off. Okay,
I'll check.
Either way, I'm sure. I think he likes to consider himself a contemporary to Josh Allen, and he's going to get up for this game. Now, to your point, yes, could the Bills just smash at home against a Bucks team? Sure, but
same draft class.
I thought so. Now the Todd Bowles, they're 6-1 ATS after they let up 28 points or more. Now I try not to get sucked into too many trends, and is that predictive or just descriptive of the situation? But I would say this is kind of predictive because it makes sense that if the Bucks have a game where they're letting up 28 points or more, that run defense is not Tampa Bay Buck football. And Vita Vea, I imagine, has got to be pretty fired up after letting Trevion Henderson run all over them. Now you could use that same argument and say, well, Trevion Henderson ran all over him. Why can't the Buffalo Bills? To me, kind of what swings me, and I was definitely considering taking the Bills here for a while. Baker is a dog. It's just, I'm always going to be there. Now, maybe it's the same thing as I fell, the same trap I fell into taking Baker as a road dog against the Lions. And I think that's a good comp if you're on the Bills here, but the Bills not having Dalton Kincaid, and I'm ruling Dalton Kincaid out for this game. That's huge. He's their number one guy. And much like the Packers needed Tucker Kraft, he's 25% of their pass receiving yardage. Who are the Bills throwing the football to? Maybe they get Palmer back. I don't know. It's just, I think this is going to be a game.
Whatever Todd Bowles can extrapolate from what the Dolphins defense did to the Bills, and it certainly looked like Kincaid not being out there affected the offensive game plan. I mean, this feels like an autoplay. Like many of the games this week, there's a clear, like the field is skewed to me in terms of the play. It's very obvious because you have a potentially one-dimensional ish team that's going to need to run the ball, and the Bucks are not going to let them run the ball.
Yeah.
So
Vita Vea is going to have a bounce back game, and
I'm with you. The spread though is terrifying because I know what this means. I know what this number means. That this game is going to be like, there's the blowout potential is high in this one, but yeah, it feels a little sneak trappy. Mixed.
What are the bet splits?
Let's see.
Because I don't, my pulse does not say Bucks as a public dog.
55% of the bets are on the Bucks, but only 27% of the handle. So
not good.
Not ideal.
So the Bills have blown out the Jets on the road and the Panthers on the road. Other than that, they haven't. And I guess, would you call the Saints a blowout? I wouldn't. Saints covered.
Yeah, they covered
31-19. So I don't know if I really call that a blowout. They lost to the Pats at home. They beat the Dolphins by 10, but Dolphins hung around that game the entire time.
So it's also going to be a messy game. Who does that help?
Yeah, I granted Tampa's a Florida team, but their mentality is not that of like a warm weather team.
I would think so, but I mean, yeah, it looks like not freezing, but probably not snow, but cold rain.
Godwin, I don't think's playing. Bucky Irving, do you think he has a chance to go, Ryan? He's the one that got a limited practice today. I think there's a chance he goes, but I would say true 50-50 right now.
All right, so I went back and reviewed it for a third time. I still think Godwin's going to be like a game time decision.
Oh, you think he has a shot?
Yeah, I do. I think Bucky, the more that I think about it, Bucky Irving wouldn't have been out there participating in the walkthrough if he wasn't going to go, in my mind. And
shout out to Steffi Smalls. Check out the Steffi Smalls show on SGPN, saying Otten scores. Enough is enough. Leading second most red zone targets without a touchdown. Great analysis. I am with you on the Otten stuff. I think he has a nice game, and maybe I'll be playing him on the VSiN show to get some nice TDs. And Kramer and I both on the Tampa Bay Bucks getting 6 points in Buffalo. Let's go Bucks.
But yeah, one of the beat reporters released video. Bucky Irving kind of they were. It was a walkthrough. It wasn't anything serious, but he was taking handoffs, and nothing about him looked injured. So maybe. But Todd Bowles on the mic said, he was asked, he's like, the guys weren't really doing much today. I thought they were going to be back this week. And he said, I never said they were going to be back this week. I said they had a chance to be back this week. And so maybe he's just backing off. Interesting. I don't think Bucky, I think Bucky Irving becomes a nice bonus, but I don't think it affects my take on this game. Godwin, I think, would actually affect, like that would be a big time bump.
Oh, you think? Because to me, almost Bucky Irving matters more than Godwin for me.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, no, just because if Godwin does play, I don't know if he's 100%. They might use him a little bit as a decoy.
That's my take. If he plays, he is 100%. They're
All
not going to play him not 100%.
All right.
I think there's a better chance Bucky Irving plays. Like
I just think Bucky Irving has a bigger impact on the passing game. I think they can get by with Tez, with a big Boo.
They like
with
Tez.
K-Dot.
They like Tez, but they've also talked about when Bucky comes back, it's not going to be like full go. They have two other running backs.
I mean, Ryan, you're telling me this guy isn't smarter than Jameis?
They both have had interesting issues with articulation at times.
Articulating it down the field. All right, we're both on the Bucks +6. Let's go, Kramer.
That's a funny name for like an athlete podcast. Articulating the ball down the field. Articulating down the field.
Yeah, that they would have no idea what this.
Game 3 in the early window. Bengals coming off the bye and teasing us with thoughts of Joe Burrow as they considered opening the practice window. Did they actually? I don't think they actually did open the.
I haven't seen any news that they
practice window, but there's been talk about his practice window because he's definitely coming back this year per Joe Burrow. The Bengals head to Cincinnati or head to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers with a troubling spot for Mike Tomlin and the Steelers, laying 5.5 points. Never like to do that. -240 on the money line. Bengals +205. 48.5 is the total. The way they talk about Joe Flacco's shoulder as if he's some sort of like he's lost a limb in a war. He's like, he's really struggling. Hopefully it sounds like, if he went before the bye, he's going to go again.
Oh yeah.
Anyone who asked you if Joe Burrow is playing this weekend does not see. No, they did open his practice window.
They did. Okay.
So
I missed that.
He is available. He was out there today, and there will be people who will tease the idea that he could play this weekend. It does not seem like he's going to play this weekend, but taking Bengals +5.5 gives you the bonus of well, if we get a although would you rather have Joe Burrow or Joe Flacco? Joe Flacco's got bigger hands.
I mean, if I'm betting Bengals +5.5, I'd rather have Joe Flacco in his current state than Joe Burrow coming back a week too early.
Is there? Yeah, I also think this is the Steelers have looked fraudulent at times. Like they should not be laying 5.5 points against anybody.
Yeah, no, I'm taking the. You already flashed our picks, Ryan, over on YouTube, but I'm guessing you're on the Bengals +5.5. Yeah. I'm on the Bengals now. Certainly, it's scary. The Bengals have allowed 500 or more total yards in 3 games this season. The rest of the NFL has just allowed 2 total.
That's fine.
Bengals 2-4 straight up in games where they score 35 points or more. The rest of the NFL 90-6.
It's pretty solid.
Trey Hendrickson's still out, but he was out in that. Now, I kind of think the Bengals might be live here. The problem is,
they're definitely live.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to sweep the Steelers. The fact that this is a revenge game for the Steelers, I think is it helps them get the win here. Like I think they will be up for this game. Now the Steelers have just been a brutal team to pick this season. I don't like them as a favorite. I don't like them laying 5.5 points. Aaron Rodgers looked tremendously skittish Sunday night in that game against the Chargers. I think the Bengals defense, I guess, can't get any worse. And maybe off the bye, they're able to fix a couple things, get a couple guys healthy. Now, certainly they're very bad against the tight end. So I will be looking at some Steelers tight end touchdown props. You have to, even as a Bengals backer.
Which one do you like the most?
Well, Freiermuth had 2 touchdowns against them last time. So I don't think he has 2 touchdowns this time. I know that's not the most analytical approach to it, but doesn't it have to be Jonah?
Probably.
What's a Jonah 2 touchdown price pay?
Without looking at it, I would 20-1, 15-1.
Yeah, it's weird because I think they're going to price in the fact that that they're so bad against the tight ends, but that there's 3 of them makes it kind of, oh my, it's 18-1 over on the green book. Now or maybe do Darnell Washington. Maybe it's the Darnell Washington.
They like,
I don't know if
he
Darnell
went under
Washington
his catches last week, 1.5. I think Darnell Washington, you do a reverse correlation.
Oh, okay.
You go under catch 1.5 catches
Over
and anytime touchdown.
Okay. Yeah. He's good for 1 catch, 1 touchdown.
Yeah. That's the way you play him. And then under yards
against Cincinnati though, he had 3 catches for 2 yards, 1 touchdown.
Oh, that would have been nice. Whoa. That would have been over catches, under yards, 2 touchdowns.
No, 1 touchdown, but
1 time. Okay.
But maybe
still
under 2.5 touchdowns or under 2.5 catches, 2 touchdowns. What does that pay?
You know I'm a degenerate.
All right, we'll
save that
tune
for
into
the prop show.
show.
We'll price that out.
But yes, both of us on the Bengals plus 5.5. You got
and for those wondering, Hendrickson won't be playing this week.
Yes,
either.
I said.
Yeah. Okay.
He's still.
And
out.
then if you want to get some good artwork, well, he's not out yet. They are going to list him as doubtful. It sounds like, but it is funny to see how Joe Burrow was limited in practice on Wednesday and Joe Flacco was DMP. Again, people are going to think Joe Flacco's playing or Joe Burrow's playing. Next up, AFC South back at us. Houston laying 6.5 on the road in Tennessee. This is one of these situations where there's not really a good option. Texans minus 310 on the money line. Titans plus 260. 37.5 is the total, Sean. Preseason ish. Houston has that Buffalo Thursday night game on deck, as I mentioned. Titans coming off the bye. Is it possible that the extra time was a bad thing for the Titans?
Yes, sir.
I as much as I've been a hater of this Texans team, and by the way, CJ Stroud, he's going to be out again.
Yeah.
Davis Mills was fine. He obviously had an epic comeback.
Oh, Davis Mills. Matt, well, I was watching that game on a plane. Davis Mills running it into the end zone. My first thought is like, damn, what did Davis Mills anytime touchdown pay? Because I think that was his like 2nd or 3rd rushing touchdown in his career.
I mean, yeah, people just assume with that neck, you're not running too much. Yeah.
Next man up.
Next man up. Very good.
I can't get enough of that joke.
This is just a true rock hard play situation.
Oh, not for me.
No, you're just going to continue to plow the snow that is the Titans.
Yeah, they covered last week, so they're not going to cover back-to-back weeks. They haven't done that since week 2 of 2023. They have a bye week in there to think about how much they suck all week. Jeffrey Simmons, the one guy that could impact this game, I think, is out. And this Houston Texans defense, they're great at creating turnovers. They're great at interceptions, forced fumbles.
Oh my God!
And
they're going to do that offensive line.
You have Cam Ward, the human turnover machine, on the other side. Sure, if you're on Titans money line, they win. Hats off to you. This team is horrible. And the only way they covered that 9.5 yes, they covered that 9.5 points against the Chargers, but they needed a defensive touchdown and a special teams touchdown.
Yeah.
I'm considering locking this up just because I'm trying to make up all my money from last year that I lost.
Really?
Now, at some point I switched to auto fading them. Now, obviously it was too late and I'll never get that Will Levis money back, but I mean, yeah, Davis Mills is a 6.5 point division road favorite. Why not?
That's the rock or the hard place.
Tennessee has gone 14 consecutive games scoring fewer touchdowns than their opponent, dating back to the middle of last season. That is the longest streak for any team since the 76 Bucks, who did it in 18 straight games. They've also lost 9 consecutive games ATS after an ATS win, dating back to 2023. Woody Marks says
the chat wants to know if we're getting Fairbairn back. I know he didn't practice on Wednesday. Unfortunately I didn't see an update on Fairbairn. I didn't look that hard. They did go under I know you gave out the 1.5 field goals. They did go.
They didn't hit it because Fairbairn wasn't there.
They need the apostrophe gang. Yeah. I mean, again, it seems silly to stop fading the Titans because they defeated us once.
Yes.
And the look ahead was 7.5. Why would that change?
I don't know.
Why would that go to the other side of 7?
Yeah. Kramer, do you have a charger over there for a laptop?
I do not.
All right. I'm going to have to go grab it. And I'm going to grab a cocktail.
Okay.
Feel free to talk about underdog though.
I'll start building an entry. Sounds like a plan. All right. Let's head over to Underdog where you're going to use that code SGPN. Take advantage of the play 5, get 100. And we're only going to go 2 legs, maybe 3 legs here, but keep threatening to try to get to 5,000x on the prop show. Maybe this will be the week. And if we find out good news about the apostrophe man, I certainly he'll be in the entry on the Thursday card. All right. Let's see. What do we have here? Cause I don't think they've opened all the games, but all right, I say we start with the Buffalo Bucks game. I think we take one of the quarterback rushing yards to me, both on the table. I'll let you decide which quarterback, Baker or Josh Allen.
Now I was looking at this at Baker's rushing stuff. Ryan, do you know how many times has he rushed in the past 3 games?
He hasn't rushed much at all.
0.
Yeah.
0 in the last 3 games. So that it's incredible.
You worried he's just not? He's
maybe
he's injured.
I don't know if he's injured or yeah. I mean, it's 3 games in a row without attempting to run,
and they were losing.
Yeah. So I don't. You can't play the Baker rushing yards in my mind.
All right, let's go. Just play Achan then. I'm jumping off to another game. You want to do rushing yards, receiving yards
for Achan?
Yeah.
Huh.
Longest rush.
Yeah, I mean the Commanders are so bad at everything.
Longest reception. We could play any of this.
Yeah. 123 rushing receiving yards. Let's just go rushing yards. Keep it simple.
79.5 higher.
Yep. Let's go. Lock it up.
And then do we want to play something from Jameis interception?
Come on. You don't want to play Jameis interception.
It seems like it's all right.
226.5 passing yards for Jameis Winston.
He is a 300-yard monster.
Yeah. I mean, this is laterable. There's a lot of game scripts where he gets 226.
You want to play it all?
Now, unfortunately, last I checked, the NFL doesn't count interception yards.
Do we want to use 299.5 is 3x?
All right, let's see. Well, he had. I mean, hell, Russ had 450 in a game. Why not Jameis? All right, let's boost it up a little bit.
Not all the way to 300.
269.5.
Okay.
Okay. So, Achan higher 79.5 rushing yards. Jameis Winston higher 269.5 passing yards. $100 entry returns you $447. Underdog Fantasy promo code SGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. The Rhythm is gonna bet you picks, props, sides, and totals. And of course, check out Rhythm for your chance to win the Rhythm leaderboard contest. We have a lot of sharp listeners, viewers over here at SGPN. You can win up to $1,000 just for tracking your bets. Weekly payouts, the best in college football and NFL, and great way to show off your models. Right? Who doesn't want? You don't need the prices right to show off your models. You can show them off right here on Rhythm. I wonder if kids grew up watching Prices Right.
Probably not. Not the good stuff.
Here's an easy one. Adam Troutman over 1/2 receptions. Rhythm, one of their favorite plays. Easy money. Adam Troutman gets involved. And shout out to Steph Smalls in the chat saying JJ McCarthy's rushing yards have my attention. Yes, I was going to include that in our underdog, but I didn't. I guess I'll save it maybe for the prop show. But 100% agree with you on that as well.
Yeah, he's not too good at throwing the ball. So
no, and certainly the Bears are. It's not their strength slowing down the quarterback run, but we're talking about that game next.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Sean has been chirping at this game all day. Bears, Vikings laying 3 -160 on the money line. This is what I'm talking about, Sean. So you're walking through, you're seeing some nice regular art, and then bang, you turn the corner and you got this exhibit, and you're like, "What am I? How did I end up here?"
This does look like Dungeons and Dragons.
Bears plus 140, 48.5 is the total. Reminds me of the time we went to that haunted house. And we got the most obvious surprise at the end.
Yeah, we waited in line. It's me, Ryan, and our wives, and we're waiting in line, and there's a warning that says, "Warning: the haunted house you're about to see contains nudity. If you feel uncomfortable, do not enter this haunted house." And Ryan goes, "We're definitely seeing a dick. We're definitely." And then we're like waiting in line for like 30 minutes. He's like, "We're gonna see a dick. I know it." And then you walk through the whole thing, and then like the bottom, there's like,
oh my god!
At the end, there's a basement with this like naked demon jumps out.
Yeah.
There's a strobe light, and Ryan just starts laughing because the dude's dick is flopping all over the place.
It was funny on many levels. One, nailing the prediction.
Oh.
Two, being naked.
Literally,
being naked did not aid in the performance at all.
No, felt
he just wanted to be just a weirdo. Anyway, Bears Vikings. You've been saying all day you can't understand how anyone could take the Vikings here.
Yeah,
as a favorite. Home against the Bears.
Yeah, I just don't think JJ McCarthy should be a favorite right now. And yeah, I get it. They beat the Lions. We were on the Vikings in that spot. It was a close your eyes special. They caught and to me, that game was as JJ McCarthy played like an okay game, I thought, but that was all about the Lions losing their offensive linemen. And
yeah,
Brian Flores,
like 4 of them, right?
Brian Flores being able to pressure the shit out of Jared Goff and clearly couldn't handle the pressure, and they got home. I don't think they're going to be able to get home. This Bears offensive line is legit good. Darnell Wright has been a great pick for the Chicago Bears. Caleb has done like a solid job. He's definitely improved. He's not #1 pick overall. He's not living up to the hype of last year, but he's certainly improving. Still has some issues with his footwork a little bit. But he's also looking. I think his scrambling ability has been huge this year. Not only getting in the end zone, but just in general, he looks more decisive as a runner. I think that's going to be a big thing here. Like if you want to play the both quarterbacks to get in the end zone in this game, I don't mind that at all. But you watch JJ McCarthy; he's pressing. He is, and I think someone, I think maybe Hayden Winks on the Underdog Show pointed out how he's just like. If you watch the film, he's like too amped up, and 9 is taking over his body because he's sailing throws. Again, the footwork is off. The footwork is off. Was the reason he was
lower body work,
lower body mechanics. But also, he's making his 5th start. I don't want to completely, as much as I've gone to battle against him, more so as just Vikings fans and their insane expectations that he was going to instantly be better than Sam Darnold and that they were going to be a Super Bowl contender. They were 14-3 with Sam Darnold. JJ McCarthy's better. They'll probably be 15-2. Guys, come on.
Also, Sam Darnold looking pretty all right.
Yes, and
how good is Kevin O'Connell?
I would be kind of pissed as a Vikings fan that we let Sam Darnold walk, but also if you want to say long term, we were never going to win a Super Bowl with Sam Darnold. We need that salary cap to build a roster around this quarterback we drafted in the top 10. That makes sense as well. But they did go 14-3. He's thrown 6 interceptions in 4 games. Like you can't turn. And the Bears have a knack for creating turnovers. Unfortunately, they created a turnover against the New York Giants when they unfortunately knocked Jackson Dart out of the game. So I think if you want to run on this Bears team as a quarterback, there might be some opportunities to do so, but I think they're going to be able to turn over JJ McCarthy. And this is the other crazy thing that's going on. Minnesota had 13 penalties, 3 turnovers, and they went 3 for 14 on 3rd down. That's just like, you're not going to win games, but this is the crazy part. They had 8 false start penalties at home, the most for a home team since 2009. So something is going on with the quarterback. They weren't having all these false start penalties with Carson Wentz.
Whoa.
He's a rookie quarterback. Now the Bears receivers are banged up. I get the Bears probably the advanced numbers don't match their record, which I get, but they're a dog here against the Minnesota team. That's you're getting JJ McCarthy making his fifth start and revenge game for that game they blew opening night Monday Night Football. Yeah, JJ McCarthy, they dumped the Gatorade, and I'm a Bears guy. I'm pretty pissed about what they did in their house. So huge a revenge factor.
Bears are pretty banged up. Just
yeah.
We're
100%.
Like that's I think part of the explanation here. First and second year quarterbacks EPA per play. Number 1 Drake May. Number 2 Jackson Dart. Number 3 Caleb Williams. To your point,
and Caleb Williams has done it over a much longer sample size than Jackson Dart.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not even necessarily comparing. This isn't meant to be a Jackson Dart segment. More to highlight how Caleb Williams is actually doing well. Then you have Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, Spencer Rattler, Dylan Gabriel, Cam Ward, and JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
So I mean, look, I think the JJ McCarthy thing is the reality is he has not been playing good. Any success has come from the design, early stuff, scripted stuff, off the running game, off the play action. I think to your point on his like the intensity or whatever, he just it's what a quarterback looks like when they're thinking too hard. There was some talk, if you remember, in the build up to the draft that he wasn't asked to throw a lot. We don't know how the Michigan offense was pretty rudimentary, right? They were basically a power running team that threw a couple passes from time to time. What if he's dumb? What if he's one of these quarterbacks like a Justin Fields, slow on the whiteboard, and it's just
JJ McCarthy?
Yeah,
yeah.
Because to your point, it's all in the way that he processes the field.
And I think he's just and Steph in the chat has a good theory that US Bank stresses him out. And you look at his home road splits have not been good. Again, very small sample size, but he lost at home against the Ravens. He lost at home against the Falcons. Now his 2 good games have been at Chicago and at Detroit. So it's a weird home road split for him so far. Very small sample size.
I'm on the Bears. Last thing I'll say is we've seen this recently that there is available space for you to run against Brian Flores.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert did it. Lamar Jackson did it. Jared Goff did not, but that's not really his game. And so, yeah, I think obviously like the story is becoming Caleb Williams, like slipperiness.
Yeah.
And I think when you can, if the slipperiness bounces the right way, like this, I think we'll like I'm already for the prop show. Like, is it most rushing yards that I'm interested in? It's like there's a ladder potential to Caleb Williams rushing yards in this game.
In a dome, especially.
Yeah, just so many things can happen that allow him to have big chunk plays. So yeah, we're both on the Bears.
The Bears +3. How do you make him a favorite?
A lot of 3. It feels like a classic weekend in the NFL. A lot of 3-point spread, Sean.
Yeah, love it.
And you like to take the 3. It's a nice. The field goal still matters as much as they're trying to kill it. 10 a.m. Game 6, Carolina, Atlanta, little AFC South. Look at we're back to classic art. See, we went out of the scary hallway and we're back just looking at a classic Panther and a classic 90s style Falcon. The Falcons are laying 3 at home here, -180 on the money line. Carolina +155, 42.5 is the total. You hate when I say things are too easy. Sometimes the games are too easy to pick, but the pendulum has swung too far here. I am a Penix hater, but he's back at home against this Panthers team that has been trash on the road. Is this not one of the most obvious spots we have? This is a lock. This game is a lock. Period.
Yeah, I've been all over the Falcons for better or worse. They covered against the Pats. They covered against the Colts. 2 really good teams, and they play good games. I see Falcons fans online bemoaning, and I would be really pissed off as a Falcons fan too, because man, they are close to being like a really good team.
I saw that Raheem Morris was like second favorite to be next coach fired. I don't think it's seen as that hot, but man.
But also, yeah. But also they keep
up.
fucking up these situations.
Yeah.
Blowing leads. And Michael Penix, he has some moments where he looks good, but then you want to talk about footwork issues, and they'll call him out on it. You watch, like, lock in and watch this game. His front foot like moves when he turns. He like does this weird thing with his front foot. I can't explain it, but just keep an eye on Michael Penix in this game and watch his footwork. Now, it won't be as bad in this game because I think he won't get pressured as much. I think this offensive line will do a decent job protecting him. I don't think the Panthers are going to bring a ton of pressure. Now, on the opposite side, maybe the Falcons, if they had a weakness, maybe it's a little bit of rush defense. But man, Bryce Young, he's not it. And honestly, Dave Canales should probably win Coach of the Year for his ability. I mean, he's David Copperfield over here, Ryan, with the magic tricks he's doing to hide the fact that Bryce Young's his quarterback. I mean, you want to talk about who should be trading for Kyler Murray? Carolina Panthers might be a team that should trade for him. They feel like they're like a but they're probably had enough tiny quarterbacks to last for a while.
Well, it's smart to have the same type of quarterback. So you want two tiny quarterbacks because you still have Bryce for a couple of years. Or you think he gets shipped off in the deal?
No,
Kyler for Bryce. Who says no?
It's a great question.
By the way, I have the odds, Sean.
Yes.
Raheem Morris is the favorite. -175. Next coach fired.
He is just he's a dickhead too. Like just or just someone that you go, why are you doing that? Why? But this Falcons defense, for the most part, is really good at generating pressure, creating turnovers. Yeah. You saw what they did to Daniel Jones. You saw what they did to Drake May. They can do that against Bryce Young.
Well, it's like I'm going to be playing Atlanta defensive touchdown.
But Ryan, again. Why did this drop down? I thought this was going to be like Atlanta -4, -5, 4.5. It opened. What did it open at?
The look ahead was 3.5. I believe it opened.
I thought there was some like 4s earlier in the week.
I can check that.
Is the public all over the Falcons?
No. It's pretty down the middle.
And the Falcons, they got embarrassed by the Falcons. Falcons lost 30-0.
Yeah, I mean that was a horrible loss.
Yes,
and if anything, you add
also these two teams are like they're good on the road, they're good at home, they're bad on the whatever.
Yeah, it's a convergence of good spots, and so let's see here. Well, I mean, all right. So since I put the numbers in, Colby generated the slides. Most places are at Atlanta -3.5.
Okay.
Do we want to pick it at 3.5?
Oh, you're the.
We should pick it at 3.5.
Okay.
We should pick it at 3.5.
All right. Update it to 3.5. I'm still.
Yeah, I'm not changing. And to your question, it did open at 4.
Okay. Because I thought it was even higher, but
opened at. Well, I'm looking at the circa. They opened it at 4. It came down to 3. Back to. Let's see. I can tell you exactly when it moved, Sean. The move back to 3.5 happened at. Okay, so it looks like it went back at around 8:30. So around when we started.
Robel checking in. Are you not concerned about the jet lag from overseas with no bye? Don't think any team is covered from overseas game with no bye. Good question.
That's not true. I don't
have it right in front.
Okay, perfect.
Atlanta will be the 31st team to play a game on 7 days rest or less, coming off an international series games. Now your thought would be, oh, okay, no extra rest, international, you're bad. Those teams are actually 19-11 straight up, 16-4 ATS in their next game, including 16-11 straight up, 13-14 ATS when the team returns overseas, and 3-0 straight ATS in consecutive international games. It's middling at best. And again, that's why some teams have chosen to take the bye and some teams haven't. There isn't strong data one way or the other to suggest it's a bad spot, as crazy as it sounds. Now certainly the Broncos, they were look kind of sleepy coming back from their international game against the Giants, but they also look sleepy against the Raiders.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was definitely the international travel thing, but historically, if you look at the data, Robel, there is not a correlation. If anything, not taking the bye has been slightly positive ATS.
I mean, I think it's probably better, like if you can eat that and not waste the bye after that trip, it's probably better for the team too. I mean, it gives you a better chance of having the bye later in the season. Although now that we're doing these later international games, I guess that changes that. Last game in the early window, the Jacksonville Jaguars host the Los Angeles Chargers, two teams with not much of a fan base. Will the Chargers fans take over?
They'll travel.
Chargers are comically public, catching almost 90% of the action. Sean. Oh my God! Chargers also have their bye on deck. Chargers laying 3 on the road, -150 on the money line. Jacksonville +130.
I want no part of this.
44 is the total.
No part.
Yeah. Look, the
Chargers are the reasonable play that makes sense.
Are they?
Yeah, because this Jags team, I don't know if you noticed, Ryan, they suck.
I can't. I'm still not seeing the clear.
Did you watch any of that Texans game?
Yeah, they kind of suck.
And the Jags defense got roasted by Davis Mills. It wasn't like Davis Mills had a freak win. He was 10. They were 10 of 15 on third down.
That was one.
They got 17 passing.
What was the
downs.
probability of that in the moment? They were like they're down 20. What? 19 points.
I thought the Jags were supposed to have a defense though.
How did that happen?
And now Herbert should be able to light up the Jags defense, but the Jags D line against this Chargers offensive line. But it didn't seem to matter Sunday Night Football. Herbert got sacked 5 times. They still blew out the Steelers.
When Davis Mills beat Trayvon Walker to the edge, it's like what is going on here? I did write down this quote from Coach Harbaugh on if he had any concern about Justin Herbert's ankles, plural. Quote, I do have an update on his physical status. He's still a beast. I mean, he's like a fanboy.
Yeah.
You almost got to be careful.
Get you someone that loves you as much as Harbaugh loves football and or Justin Herbert.
I mean, it is a road spot too for the Chargers. This is a difficult one for me. Did we think?
What do you mean road spot? That's better for the Chargers.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But do we think the offensive line improved because they've been making every defensive line they play against look great?
Yeah.
And so of course I'm going to take my Jags.
Yeah. I'm not jagging off. I'm done jagging off.
Really?
Don't want any part of it.
I made a friend while playing slots and he asked,
how's the slot?
So this guy was he saw that I knew what I was doing. He's like, what should I be doing? And I told him like the strategy of what I do. And he goes, why do you play with the Jags? I'm like, it's a long story. But I got some bets on them this season. He's like, okay, that's bold.
Give me the Chargers laying the 3. Kramer on the Jags getting the 3 points. What no part of this. I see the case. I understand it's a public play, but I am not touching the Jacksonville.
It is
Jaguars.
the most lopsided.
Good for it. Good for you, game. Not touching it.
Yeah. All right. I mean, you get to make your own pick. That's the beauty of this country. 1:05 p.m. on the West Coast. We have
USA.
We have 4 games in the late window. So a true quad box. Suck it, Scott. Seattle, Los Angeles, NFC West really on display here in the late window. Rams laying 3 at home, -170 on the money line. Seahawks +150. 48.5 is the total. I have heard rumblings that there is going to be a Seahawks takeover of SoFi Stadium. That could be very embarrassing. Will the Rams need a silent count in their own building?
No. I don't.
The ticket sites are doing the thing that they did, like they typically do when like the Niners come to town.
Well, the Seahawks are good this year, so maybe you get a little. The Seahawks have somewhat of a fan base. Obviously, historically, that was like a very difficult venue, and yeah, I went up there and saw a game. It's a cool stadium. They definitely have a fan base. As far as how much traveling they do, I think because they're good this year, maybe you get some more people coming down.
People pop out of the woodwork. It's LA. There's a lot of people that are already here. And again, you're a warm weather although it's a rainy weekend in SoFi. Does the rain make it through the open air stadium?
That was the craziest when they had a lightning delay at SoFi.
Well, it's an open air stadium.
Yeah, no,
to
it's
our
great.
point, it's not a
The
dome.
lightning might get in there somehow.
So, this is while I'm not doing it with New England, I have done it with Seattle, and they're very clearly a good team.
100%.
Had to accept that, but so are the Rams. This is like game of the week, and we're back to like a classic NFL 3-point spread. I'm curious as to what side you're on, but Seattle's road, their road prowess is making
it's huge.
Very very interesting because my default reaction here is that you just take the Rams at home, but the ticketing sites got in my head a little bit. The fact that Seattle's awesome on the road, and the fact that they might just be like, maybe they are as good as their DVOA says they are.
And I'm kicking myself because it was like week 3 or something. I go Seattle to win the NFC West 7-1. That's probably a good price. We should get on it. Didn't pull the trigger.
So dumb.
But I don't think it's going to matter because I think the Rams are going to win the NFC West as much as I would have liked to have that plus 750. And the Rams, their road to winning the NFC West starts with a win and cover here at home against the Seattle Seahawks, Ryan. And I think there's a great case to be made. You look at the advanced stuff, Seattle, it's great. You look at, just in general, the team's playing good. They're well coached. JSN in the mix, offensive player of the year. Their defense is playing really well. Tons of reasons to like the Seahawks, but on the other side, this Rams team is awesome right now. And the stuff that the Rams do well is really how you defeat the Seahawks team, right? How have the Seahawks lost games? Well, they've gotten their ass kicked by a very dominant defensive line, and then you create some turnovers against Sam Darnold. Like that's how you beat this Seattle Seahawks team. I think the Rams D line is ultimately the winner here in this situation and in this game in general. And the Rams defensively, what is their weakness? Or sorry, the Seattle defense. One of their weaknesses is to the tight end. The Rams have been running a shit ton of 13 personnel. That's, it's Davis Allen, Higbee, all their tight ends. They're rotating in there. They're all getting theirs, and Puka Nacua is getting going. And what really sold me on it was Ryan last year. Sam Darnold as a starter, he had 3 losses.
2 were to the Rams.
2 were to the Rams. The Rams fucking own Sam Darnold, who, as much as he's improved, he does not have the heart of a champion. Give me the Rams laying the 3. Kramer?
Yeah,
that's a handicap.
So yeah, everything I said about the Seahawks is the right side, but you cannot ignore what they did to Sam Darnold.
They broke him.
And while he's running a different offense, kind of, not really. That kind of dominance over a scheme or over a player is hard to ignore. And so, maybe we'll be wrong, because I do think this is going to be a fun schematical, because watching McVay go against a difficult defense could be fun.
And I see the chat saying Rams defense sucked last week. What the fuck are you guys talking about? I mean, that was also against the 49ers. And I think, again, Seattle's defensive line has been playing really well, but I still give me Jared Verse and this Rams defensive line. Again, should be a great game. I totally see the case for the Seahawks, but I think they're an underdog for a reason here. Rams get the win and the cover.
Yeah, like I said, the Seahawks are the right side, but
You're really
Darnold,
covering yourself.
No,
huh?
I'm not.
No, I'm
Sam Darnold is not bettable against the Rams after what I saw last season.
And to your point there, I think the 2 great teams. You could make a case. This and then Eagles Lions game of the weeks, and we actually have a bunch of great matchups. And again, why professional football is awesome. But I think you have to give it Stafford over Sam Darnold. I'm sorry, I still got Stafford as the man here against Sam Darnold. Rams -3 for both of us.
Also, it does seem like this Rams team is crescendoing in a different way than they normally do. Very, very interested to see what they look like in the playoffs. Niners come in here as a very public side, taking on the Cardinals. Gannon, second favorite, first coach fired currently at plus 350. Sean, shorter odds than Pete Carroll. That's a little surprising. Niners laying 3 minus 148 on the money line. Arizona plus 128. 48.5 is the total. So both NFC West games are 3-point spreads, 48.5 point totals, but one money line a little shorter than the other, barely. This Niners team, Pearsall back. I'll say
Really?
Back at practice.
Okay.
I would lean that he may play this week, but everything else we're Purdy probably not going to go unless you disagree with me. I'm going to just say he's probably not going to go.
They again, Shanahan's such a
Ayuk. Why?
just such a little bitch with his injury updates. He's going to have a really aggressive week of practice. Just come on.
What are we
Why are we
talking?
playing games here?
Mac Jones is your starter. Maybe he gets Pearsall.
Probably. But now I get. Is there a chance Purdy plays? Maybe. Marvin Harrison Jr. is out with appendicitis. I think Trey McBride's going to have an awesome game. This is an interesting situation because I love fading San Francisco off a win. They're super bad off that ATS. Why? Partly one reason why I loved the Rams last week, and the 49ers have just been bad at home ATS. Like the market hasn't figured that out yet. But now this is 49ers awful loss against Jacoby Brissett. They got their asses kicked against Seattle, so you can make a case. Hey, they bounced back. Walter Nolan, what's up with him? I know he left the game, and he was a big part of the reason why I thought, hey, now that they have Walter Nolan, this defense is going to be able to hang with Seattle and keep this close.
It was a bad call, but also that the way that they gave up two defensive touchdowns.
Those two defensive, and I should have reminded myself of what Jacoby Brissett is capable of floor wise, because after he had those two defensive touchdowns, the game's over. So now, to their credit, the Cardinals kept fighting and made it a game, made it so that they weren't a close your eyes special, which I don't know if I like or don't like.
They're very injured. They're somehow way more injured than the Niners.
Yeah. I mean, the appendicitis for Marvin Harrison, he's such a big part of the passing game.
They're still missing a bunch of the secondary. Mac Jones will have success.
Yeah, I think Kittle probably have.
I'm a Cards guy, but this is, I mean, like you mentioned, they have 15 guys on the injury report.
Yeah, I'm taking the Niners here. I don't love it because I don't, again, them as a division road favorite here is a little crazy, but then maybe the Cardinals bounce back. But the Nolan injury to me, that hurt them. No Marvin Harrison, that hurt them. Their secondary, it seemed like we were going to get some of the secondary back, and then later in the week, the injury news didn't break our way. So yeah, give me San Francisco laying the 3. Kramer.
I'm also on San Francisco. I unfortunately they're just too hurt. I mean, and if you look at Gannon at the podium and you see his face, he looks like a guy he just looks like a guy who he's about to take an L.
Yeah.
And maybe he's an interesting bet. And if he really is on the block, like on the hot seat, I think him sitting, like I was just glancing at his press conference talking about Walter Nolan, and he has this look like, fuck.
Yeah.
This is not going well. And I think we've seen enough from Mac Jones to where we trust Mac Jones to be able to attack inferior secondaries.
Yeah.
And they'll have a good game plan. I mean, the fantasy community is pointing out that Brian Robinson has better yards per carry and a bunch of other stuff than Christian McCaffrey this year. And so, yeah, they'll figure out. They'll find a way. McCaffrey just a passing back now. Third game in the late window, Baltimore Ravens on their third straight road game, Sean, and catching a lot of action from the public, are laying 7.5 on the road in Cleveland, minus 400 on the money line. Cleveland plus 325. 39.5 is the total. We circled this game before the year. We talked about it last week. We talked about it the week before. this is a spot where you circle Cleveland and you fade Baltimore. Third straight road game, Cleveland at home. Just a classic spot. This is a classic spot. Cleveland coming off a loss where they didn't look half bad. You know, a couple special teams touchdowns in the end did them in. I don't know how I know you're more of a Shador guy, but how do you feel about Dylan Gabriel?
He sucks, but
that was his best performance. You know, on the road, made some throws.
Yeah,
played well enough to win the game. Special teams can't give up 2 touchdowns. Played well enough to win the game. And guess what, Sean?
Didn't throw any interceptions.
Guess what we're expecting? Winds coming off the lake of up to 40 miles per hour.
Again, it doesn't matter who their quarterback is. The Browns always make this game more difficult than it needs to be for the Ravens. Now, does that mean they might win outright? Could be. But this is the Browns Super Bowl. Think how good this Ravens team has been regular season. Of course, we know Lamar can't do it in the playoffs, but think how good this Ravens team has been, and yet Lamar is only 9-5 straight up against the Ravens. He's been sacked 30 times, which I did a close look. Obviously they play the Browns more because they're in the division, but the second team is 13. Myles Garrett is going to have himself a day. The Browns defense is going to have themselves a day. The third road spot is really, if you wanted to kind of convince yourself, okay, Ravens, they're rolling. This is the third road spot against a division opponent. You don't cover these games. This is how the NFL works. And Lamar missed practice today dealing with knee soreness,
which was a little surprising. And if you didn't see the news too, it sounds like they're close to opening Deshaun Watson's practice window.
Really?
Can't wait for the internet to figure out that he's ahead of Shador Sanders on the depth chart.
I'm not touching Deshaun Watson.
That's going to be a that's going to be a hell of a conversation.
Yeah, and Robel in the chat, Robel. I'm sorry if I don't know how to pronounce it, but he's right. This is the Browns Super Bowl. This is like their biggest game they have left.
Well, also you got the bad blood, the city bad blood. Imagine, Sean, if an owner stole the Eagles and moved them to another city.
Yeah,
you immediately hate that city forever.
Yes. Come on, we're both on the Browns. They always get up for this, and their defense is so much better at home than on the road.
Lock potential. The lock bucket has some options this week, Sean.
Oh yeah,
Game 4 in the late window. I'm curious to know what the game of the week's going to be. Kansas City heads to Denver.
This is one of them too.
It's a very strong late slate considering we haven't had a ton of those. I think the NFC West generally being good helps that. Kansas City coming off their bye, Andy Reid coming off the bye, Patrick Mahomes coming off the bye, laying 4 in Denver at elevation. Denver mini bye coming off Thursday Night Football. Denver also looking ahead to their bye for what it's worth. Denver plus 180 on the money line. 44.5 is the total. Colby's Chiefs logo is out of control. I mean, this is as simple as Andy Reid off the bye.
Does Colby just Google like most racist Native American image?
So trying to help Colby create some efficiencies.
It is really cool looking though
in his process, and
the guy looks like a badass warrior.
And
it's just funny. It's like the most old school, stuff that people would say, "Oh, cancel this." But meanwhile, he looks like a awesome Native American warrior.
Yeah,
and he's holding the football.
I'd like to see him toss that at. All right, so I'm watching Colby do this, and I'm like, "So Colby, where do you then get these logos from that you put over here?" And he's like, "I just got them on my desktop over here." He's back at it, Sean. He just has folders of logos. He must just sit on the internet and download stuff.
Yes,
all day long. Anyway, Kansas City, Denver. I think this game's been anticipated. Obviously, the Broncos have longer odds to win the division, the conference, the Super Bowl than the Chiefs, even though they have a 2-game lead. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. We're probably paying an expensive price at 4.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit surprised to see how the bets are distributed early in the week, Sean.
Denver getting some love.
Denver is like, so the bet splits are 60-40. The handle splits are 90-10 Chiefs. So big bets coming in on the Chiefs. I think that's what pushed the number from 3.5 to 4.
Yeah.
And I think it's one of the most obvious spots in American sports betting.
Andy Reid off a bye.
Andy Reid off a bye.
And you get Andy Reid off a bye, and you get Patrick Mahomes off a loss. Both and Andy Reid off a loss. Both super strong trends there. And then as much as I like this Broncos team, they're clearly struggling. The 4 does make me a little nervous. You know, RJ Harvey, they might be able to run the ball against him, but
we're paying. I mean, although this can't be 3 at the same time.
Andy Reid 19-12 ATS off a bye. Patrick Mahomes 15-10 ATS off a loss. I just thought Bo Nix has looked pretty skittish. I don't know what it is. The Broncos offensive line is good, and they're protecting them. I would say the biggest thing here is if the Chiefs lose this game, they might not win the division. Like the division. I mean, look at the numbers, Ryan. If the Chiefs lose this game, they don't win the division.
I think their road becomes very difficult. But I mean, I think look, the Broncos you want Surtain out there against the Chiefs. He's not going to be out there.
Yeah, that's big too.
He's not practicing, so he's probably going to be out again.
It's the day before the bye week. So if they lose this game to the Broncos, they would be 4 games back from the Broncos with not many games left.
They only play them once. They do still have some winnable divisional games.
It would almost be impossible.
This is a must-win game, is what you're trying to say. Yeah.
No, it's a must-win game for the division. If you needed extra motivation as to why, if the Broncos lose this game, they still feel pretty good about themselves going into the bye at 8-3, considering how bad they've looked at times.
Are we concerned at all that Patrick Mahomes was enjoying himself at the Texas Tech game this past week?
No.
Yeah. Me neither. Although we've seen his wife have some annoying tendencies at sporting events.
Ryan, is there a close your eyes special this week?
No.
Nurse Jackie in the chat wanting to know. And yes, so Nurse Jackie, reminder, the close your eyes special. You underperform the spread by 21 points and you're getting points the following week. It's like a lunar eclipse. It doesn't happen every week, but when it does, that's when you get involved.
Or like interstellar spaceship coming right for the Earth. Potentially could end it all. No one cares.
No.
Sunday Night Football. Wow. Look at this Detroit Lions logo. The Lions on a back-to-back road spot head to Philadelphia, or on a short week coming off Monday night in the cold. Eagles laying 3 -160 on the money line. Lions +140. 46.5 is the total. Again, classic NFL handicapping. 2 good teams, 3-point spread. What do you do? Well, it is November, so the first thing I do when Jared Goff's playing is I check the weather. We know that Jared Goff has had a history of not performing well in situations where it's cold. So, Sean, do we have a temperature?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like low 40s. Nothing crazy.
40 is the line, so it does look like we're gonna stay north of that for now. Wind should be mild.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem like it could be very similar to the game we just watched in Green Bay.
I don't think so. I think you're going to see some offense, especially from the Eagles team. Yeah, I think you're going to see the passing game getting going here. Devonta Smith is having a career year.
Wide receiver 1.
I mean, certainly his numbers would say so.
Do we want to talk about the improv work that Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown were doing at the end of the game?
Yeah, it seems like there's a chance they audibled into that deep shot, which
interesting.
Yeah, they've hit that on a number of 4th downs before. So I would, again, it didn't work. They still won the game. I'm always going to be more forgiving as a fan of coaches, players being aggressive, playing to win. If it's the decision between on that fourth down play, throwing that deep shot or punting, I'm going for it. I know the analytics say to punt, but I was totally happy with them going for it. And if you want to say that's a low percentage throw, I could hear you saying that, but also AJ and Jalen Hurts have hit that a number of times. If those two guys are like, hey, this is our time to shine, we're calling our shot, I respect that. Super Bowl MVP, I think he's earned that right to make that call. So would I have called maybe a different passing play if I was running things? Yeah, perhaps. But again, they believed in their ability to hit that play. They saw something there. So yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with them playing to win. I get, but they hit that play fourth down against
that wasn't
the Giants.
Playing to win. That was playing like that was like that. It opened the door for the literal only situation where the Packers could.
Okay, I see that, but in the same situation on 4th and 2, they hit a deep ball to the Giants in a similar spot.
They didn't need a bomb
against the Cleveland Browns last year. One of the plays that turned their season around was a 4th and 6 similar situation where they hit the go ball to AJ Brown. So again, I trust Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown. So, and I'm fine with it. I mean, I get why people are upset and, oh, you should punt. And yeah, sure. If they would have punted, I wouldn't have been pissed. But the fact that AJ and Jalen are like, hey, we're boys, we're going to go for this. I like that as a team.
What about AJ Brown doing some media, calling the situation a shit show?
Yeah. I watched the clip. I watched his explanation afterwards. It's all, I mean, it's all fine. I don't like, if you want to get in the weeds about it, it's not really that.
It's just, it must be, it would probably, if I was a team, I would love the way that Devonta Smith goes about his business.
Sure.
A little bit more than AJ Brown, considering he's putting up wide receiver 1 numbers. And AJ
sure.
Brown
I mean, there's going to be people like you that try and, create dissension amongst the team. But if you listen to AJ's comments, he wants to contribute more. He wants the offense to be more dominant. High achieving individuals, young people, this is the way they express their frustration that they're not a part of it and achieving more, which again, it's not how I would go about my business. And to your point, Ryan, yes, I appreciate Devonta Smith. He's had roles change throughout the year, but he's been very consistent and he's very efficient. Also, that being said, I want AJ Brown on this team. He's a really good receiver and he makes the team better. So I don't think you should get rid of AJ Brown. The Eagles aren't going to get rid of AJ Brown. He's going to continue to play at a high level, and this team is going to win a bunch of fucking games because not only do they have AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, Jalen Hurts, Dallas Goedert, they have an offensive line that is seemingly getting healthy. Although Lane Johnson dealing with an ankle thing, he came back into the game.
I saw all 4 offensive linemen were limited.
Yeah, which is
that seems like a problem.
Could be, but I mean they're all going to play. I think
Lions also have a banged up offensive line.
Yeah, and I don't know if Penei Sewell is going to play, and Sam Laporta missed practice. The Lions themselves are dealing with the shit ton of injuries as well. Terry and Arnold concussion, not practicing on Wednesday. I'm going to guess he's not going to play. Kirby Joseph still out. Hutchinson didn't practice. I think he will play, but on their offensive line is very beat up, and that's kind of how the Vikings beat them. And as someone that was at that Lambeau game, Jalen Phillips was an instant just boost to this defense. Him and Nolan Smith. Brandon Graham gave him a couple decent snaps there. This defensive line is for real. Even Adoree Jackson being out there wasn't a liability because of how well the rest of the defense was playing. And I think Adoree Jackson even had some decent snaps. Lions head coach Dan Campbell on playing in Philadelphia this week, quote, "You go some places and they wave at you. We're so happy you're here to play us again. This is not one of those places. It's as far from that as you can possibly get." So he's leaning into it. I get it, but this is why the Lions are not in my mind a team that's going to win the Super Bowl. Is they're going to struggle with elite teams on the road. And I think this Philadelphia Eagles team, Super Bowl champs, are an elite team. I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a nice day throwing the ball. And I think this defensive line is going to fuck up Jared Goff. So Eagles roll.
Vic Fangio has also had success against Goff in the past. I think there's also an element of whatever caused Dan Campbell to take over play calling duties. Like
that's interesting.
We're just glossing this. Like we're just brushing this over. Like from the only thing that the only bit of evidence I've been able to find is he felt that he wanted to get more Jameson Williamson calls. And so if it was all about just getting Jame on the ball more,
someone goes, well, he really picked the perfect game to become the play caller. Oh, you're going up against the Commanders. All right. Yeah, no, I'm it's like when my dad would be like, all right, give me the controller. Oh, you're playing the easiest team. Of course you're going to look good. Racking up the stats against this Eagles defense is awesome. And part of it, I think the ugly offense was some of the weather, which made the game interesting and fun and part of the Lambeau experience. But I really think the Jalen Phillips trade was another great trade by Howie, because now you get him, Nolan Smith back, Jahad Campbell, smash it.
I guess I would say like I'd slow roll too much of a celebration on him, because the knock on him has not been when he has played. It's that he doesn't string him together.
It's a nice. I mean, the defense was playing pretty good without him. It's a nice luxury to have him there.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like his problem has never been his play when he's playing. It's the fact that he's like Darren Waller soft and misses every other game.
CJ, bottom line, Bob saying easy punt decision. Literally no other option. Yeah, I totally get that. I'm just saying.
So and then Nick Sirianni lying about him making that call was just covering for the petulant child on the team.
I mean, you're the one. It's funny. You always call out other teams as petulant, but honestly, Brian Daboll, very petulant.
We're not talking about the Giants.
Okay,
we're talking about the Eagles.
No, we're talking about you calling people petulant.
Yeah, which AJ Brown, petulant child.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
And Aaron Glenn, those are the two petulant children this week.
I disagree with your petulant take. I'm saying I probably would have punted there, but I will say this: if you're gonna say, hey, I'm gonna put my name on this, I'm gonna audible into this, go for it, man. I would much rather play for a win than the cowards.
Yeah, if the game ends up going differently from there, you would have a stronger opinion about it.
Yes, when they win the game, I'm happy. When they lose the game, I'm angry. I would agree with that.
Yeah, I'm just saying if that boneheaded move caused them to lose that game, you would have been pissed.
Yeah, but again, I would through the totality of football, I've been on the other end where you played conservative.
Yeah, of course, but this isn't playing conservative. This is doing the obvious right thing for the situation. It's like,
yeah,
I hear you, but I think it's a little different.
I get it, but also you're getting what, 15 yards of field position, 20 yards of field position versus a chance to win the game.
Yeah, you're probably running a little bit more. I just think
on a punt,
if you're gonna run a play to try to win the game, run a slant, a quick slant to AJ Brown. That's unstoppable.
I'm saying they've had a lot of success.
Yeah, all right. I mean, I obviously it worked out. I'm just saying if it didn't work out, you would be pissed that they did it. You wouldn't be respecting it. Dallas,
no, I support aggressive mentality overall.
Except for with Jackson Dart, you want to put him in bubble wrap because football's dangerous.
No, like I said, if he's gonna run like that, he's gonna get a concussion and get knocked out.
NFL's got the target on him right now.
Well, he did. Congrats to Jackson Dart. He set a record for most concussion evaluations by a rookie quarterback. So.
Again, just showing you the bullshit of the Sean's pro.
The league's out to get him.
Sean's a big government guy, so he enjoys the way the NFL. I like
big NFL coming.
The NFL, the CTA operation.
I said he can. You need to, as a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
As a young quarterback, you need to learn how to run and protect yourself.
Football's dangerous.
Getting knocked out and fumbling to the Bears and costing you the game is bad football.
Yeah, he fumbled. I mean, the play had nothing like this idea that he's increasing his risk having 6 carries in that game, 2 of which he finished with a slide. I think that's my take is that people are out of their fucking mind with this you need to have him do nothing because football is dangerous. It's just a ridiculous take. Cowboys coming off their bye. It is a ridiculous take.
I disagree.
Cowboys, it's a ridiculous take. Cowboys coming off their bye.
You know what? I agree with you. He should be more reckless.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Again, you're approaching this with a wild ass.
I'm saying
Sean
that you're right.
Binary approach.
Yeah. Well,
swing the door wide open.
You either need to play more recklessly or less recklessly, right?
Sure.
Okay. I would vote more recklessly.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying his level of recklessness is fine. He's playing football. It's a reckless sport. Cowboys off the bye. Everyone's betting on them. They head to Las Vegas to take on the Raiders. Raiders have the mini bye, so this is similar to the Chiefs matchup where you have a team off the bye and a team off Thursday Night Football. Pete Carroll is the third favorite to be the first coach fired at 4-1. We do know ownership there generally cheap. Have heard reports that some of the new money that's entered the organization is willing to part ways with the coach early if needed. Sounds like the Pete Carroll experiment is.
They just show all these it's just him wearing 2 gloves. All the Pete Carroll stuff is just him warming up.
He just loves being active with the guys.
It's almost like an active senior community. Is him living in Vegas. How you get an active lifestyle? I coach an NFL team. I wear 2 gloves. I throw the ball around with some young guys.
It's great for my joints.
Yeah,
I mean, Gino sounds like. I mean, the way they're talking about Gino makes me think that Gino has a high likelihood of not making it through the game.
Really?
It's just like let me see what I wrote. Okay, he feels pretty good. With the long week, we're gonna have a chance. We're hoping he'll be ready to go.
Yeah, this could be a Kenny Pickett game, and that might be the best thing for him. Kenny Pickett over an injured Geno Smith is probably the way to go. And Kenny Pickett in a dome with Brock Bowers,
stop it,
with Ashton Jeanty
against
getting
the Cowboys defense.
I think there's going to be some fun props to be had on this or Raiders team. And if Kenny Pickett starts, tune into the prop show or maybe the pregame show. I will be playing some Kenny Pickett rushing stuff because guys like Kenny Pickett who come in, and if you recall Kenny Pickett's first game where he came in for blanking who got knocked out of the game, the Steelers might have been Fields. Was it? Who did they? No, he came there later. I'm trying to think. Whoever he came in for, he ended up getting 2 rushing touchdowns in his first NFL game. And he wasn't even the starter. Someone got banged up, if I'm recalling correctly.
Was it was it a Mason Rudolph?
Could have been, yeah. That sounds about right. Either way, Kenny Pickett could be scrambling around. This Cowboys defense is horrible. I know they traded for Quinnen Williams, but that's a little. Quinnen Williams thinking he was going to a good team. Those videos are so funny. He's like, I'm tired of playing for a losing organization. And people are like, you're going to the Cowboys. Haven't made it to a conference championship game in 35 years.
Long time. Now
I mean, you could make a case the Jets have had more postseason success.
Oh, what do you mean? You can make the argument. It's like there's fact. Yeah. There's actual data to show that. I have that box score. Hold on.
Okay, because I have vivid memories of Kenny Pickett getting 2 rushing touchdowns, and
he was going against Zach Wilson, and the starting quarterback was Mitchell Trubisky.
Okay, you're right. And listen to this stat line for him: 10 of 13, 0 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 6 carries, 2 touchdowns. Boss. So if you don't think Kenny Pickett can get 2 touchdowns in a game, granted it was his first and only time he's done it. I might be playing a Kenny Pickett rushing touchdown.
There is
because the Cowboys are one of the worst teams at allowing quarterback rushing touchdowns.
There is very strong tragic magic.
Yes,
coming to the situation.
Yeah, very unfortunately, the situation with the Cowboys. But also too, I mean, again, that stuff's tough to handicap because it can mess with your head too, having to deal with that.
We saw it earlier in the year with Brian Thomas and the kid from LSU who took his own life. You're right. This can be one of those things where,
hey, it inspires you, get fired up, or it messes up your head. I would not know how to handicap that.
Yeah, this feels pretty real. Like this isn't like a remote family member or like a grandparent. This is someone that was on the team. So, yeah, certainly will be interested in which way that swings it. But yeah, in Vegas, I guess I'll be on the Raiders. This week. This isn't going to be the week.
Max Crosby gonna fuck up Dak Prescott there. All right, Kramer, time for everyone's favorite lock, dog, and tease.
Happy birthday.
And I think we closed things out with the. What did we do last week? Did we do the point spread song or did we do the Hey Degens? I think we did point spread song last week.
I think we did do points.
Okay, we'll close it out.
Might have done Hey D. We'll just do. Who cares?
Close it out
do
with Hey Degens. I like mixing it up.
Yeah. Although that's fine.
Kramer, do you want to go first or second?
Do we want to? You're effectively asking me if we want to mix it up. I'm down to mix it up.
I don't remember who went first last week.
Oh, I do.
Okay,
you did.
All right.
I'll go first.
Great. What do you got?
I think changing up the lock number 1. Oh dear God! All right, let's get through this. Lock number 1 is Cleveland. Been talking about it for a while.
Lock it up, Browns.
Lock number 2 is Kansas City. Obvious reasons.
-4, Kansas City Chiefs.
Lock number 3.
Okay. What's your third lock, Ryan?
Lock number 3 is going to be the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, okay.
I told you this was a lock.
Yeah. And your money line dog, Ryan.
Well, I could take Jameis, but I'm not going to do that. I am gonna personally take Jameis, but for my dog this week, and maybe your dog as well, but the Chicago Bears against this.
Oh yeah,
this Vikings team. I mean, JJ McCarthy shouldn't be laying points. He, by most statistical measurement, is the worst quarterback in the NFL right now, and it's more than 32. So, tease.
Yes.
Let's tease the lot of interesting teaser opportunities here. Let's tease the Texans to a half.
Okay.
Let's get the Bucks up to 12.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong? And let's get the. You know what? This is how we play Jameis. We get him in a teaser. 13 points for Jameis Winston.
Safest. I mean,
safest way to play Jameis.
No, you have to play Jameis alts. You can't. Teasing Jameis is making Jameis safe. The whole thing fun about Jameis is he's completely reckless.
Put him on the pleaser.
Yes. All righty, here we go. Oh, and Atlanta's -3.5.
Yeah.
Okay, for the bonus lock. For me, lock number 1. Give me the Chicago Bears +3. Lock number 2. Give me the Los Angeles Rams laying 3. Lock number 3.
Ooh, back-to-back weeks on the Rams. Nice.
Give me. Well, they're pretty good. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles laying 3.
Oh, we're at that point in the season.
Money line dog.
You won't put the Browns as your dog.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Nah, it involves Dylan Gabriel winning.
Yeah.
I mean, I love you stole my Bears as you said. I like the Bucks as well. You know what? I'm gonna take. I'm gonna put Tampa Bay as the. No, I'm gonna save Philly -3. Keep all 3 point spreads there. My dog, give me Tampa Bay Bucks on the money line +225. Also like him plus the points here, but I think can the Bills lose back-to-back games, or do I go Browns? Yeah, go Bucks. All right,
Bucks. I will likely be doing the following round robin.
You know what? Yeah. Instead of that, give me a.
Whoa.
I know I'm hemming and hawing here, but give me Cincinnati plus 205 on the money line.
Oh.
But I do like. I'm working on a round robin money line parlay. I'll either discuss on the prop show or the VSiN show.
Oh, should I save it?
I'm going to do a Killer Bees money line parlay with the Browns, the Bucks, and the Bengals. Browns, Bucks, Bengals, or Bears. They also are bees. I'm deciding 3-4 teams, so stay tuned. We'll reveal that on the prop show.
What about 5?
5? What would be 5?
26 bets.
All right, I got to do some math on that.
I think if you go to 6, it's like 57 bets.
All right, here's my tease. For my tease, give me the Pats down to 7. Give me. I wish Ross was here to explain teases to me. Give me Houston -6, -0.5. Although I should just be locking that one up too. I got to get that.
The best part is how he'll do the teaser legs by himself. He throws them all in a bucket.
It's so complicated.
And then you get to the end, and you're like,
yeah.
Round
That's in my
robin.
teaser pile.
Like
that's 2 units. And
they're
1
recommending
unit.
like take these 26 bets.
Tampa Bay up to 12. So my locks: Chicago +3, Rams -3, Eagles -3, Bengals on the money line. Tease, Pats -7, Texans -0.5, Bucks -12. Kramer, what are we doing for the circa million? We got Cleveland in here.
Get Cleveland in there.
Okay. KC -4.
I'm surprised you didn't lock that up.
No, I mean I have a lot of stuff I like this.
Chicago
+3.
Did you like Atlanta?
Yep. Atlanta -3.5. And then either Rams or the Eagles for the last leg.
I like the Rams or the Bengals better
than the Eagles.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Browns +7.5, Chiefs -4, Bears +3, Falcons -3.5, Rams -3 for our 5. Circa million.
That's
play.
a tight 5.
Tight 5. But man, there's some other stuff I like. I have a lot of action laid out in the old circa tickets.
I have. I don't know if I told the story. There was a ticket pouch mishap. Didn't bring the tickets from week 9 out to Vegas, and so now I have winners from week 9 and 10. I have a huge marker to deal with. Just a lot of financial transactions, and like you're saying, Sean, there's a lot. I'm gonna have to really be disciplined to find my 7's been a good number for me. Feel like I'm going to end up with 7 sides again, and maybe that round robin. How deep are you going to go with this round robin?
That's what I'm saying. 3 or 4 teams.
3 or 4.
So I keep going back. Bears, Bucks, Bengals. The
Browns Bucks, Bengals, not the Browns.
Or the Browns.
To me, the Browns are the foundational piece. It's big. It's 325, so you can put it with anything, and you're probably going to be portioned out correctly to where if you do a 3 banger round robin, so you have 4 bets, you're gonna do better. That you're probably going to 2x even with the Bears, if you only hit 1. So that's probably a good spot to be in. Now, there are a lot of legs that I want to put in the round robin, so I'm half considering doing a huge round robin and just putting like a small stake on each leg. You know, if you have a 57 bet 6 legs, if you have 6 legs, you round robin all the way, and it's 57 bets, and you throw 20 on each leg. That's $1,000 round robin.
Shout out to Bottom Line Bombs.
That sounds
CJ.
fun, right?
Yeah. Checking in. How did Colby make the Raiders logo look gay? And shout out to Nurse Jackie in the chat. Just started listening to the Patreon episode. So fucking good. Kramer, when's our next episode?
It's a good point. We've scheduling. I'm gonna imagine there's a chance we put one in the can before Thanksgiving, but I think it's more likely we have a couple coming out in December.
Okay. Stay tuned. Always appreciate the support. You guys
let us know what you want to hear about too. We take requests.
We have some topics, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah, honestly. I would say that historical stuff's always fun to relive. So if there's anything you've been wondering,
people like to seem to, or people enjoyed hearing my stories about living in a youth hostel and my Ford Escort station wagon blowing up. So
we ever done a comedy garage episode?
I think so, but
not just kind of in passing. I feel like
maybe we'll do some more deep diving. But again,
Life and Times of Sean Green.
hit us up with whatever you guys want us to talk about. Appreciate the support on Patreon. Appreciate everyone smashing the 5 stars, telling a buddy, subscribe to SGPN, check out all our great shows. Download the app. The app has all the podcasts, or the SGPN network feed that has all our episodes. Wherever you get your whatever you play your podcast, just download the SGPN network feed. Can't miss it. Bunch of great shows, and of course, we'll see you tomorrow. We're talking college basketball, 10 a.m. Pacific. Then we got the prop show with CJ at 2:00.
I mean, just firing.
And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
Oh wait, stall for a second, Sean.
Yes, because Kramer's not.
I have so many tabs open. They're so small that I accidentally closed the tab we need open.
And shout out to the Bottom Line Bombs, Mac in the Box, CJ Sullivan. We've been going back and forth chirping. We were feeling ourselves, Ryan, after our 7-0 week in the college football contest.
I didn't feel like we were chirping that bad, were we?
So CJ pulled the clip, shared it on social.
Well,
bulletin board material for us and for them.
I could see why CJ's feeling a little sad about it.
Yeah. Well, CJ's still alive in Circa Survivor with his Seattle Seahawks, and you got to be feeling really good if you're alive in Survivor. That last week killed our last entry with Daps off. We were on the Panthers, but a lot of entries got knocked out there.
Has CJ looked at Survivor Sweat?
Yes. I mean,
I'm a degenerate.
CJ's always looking at his options. If I had to guess, we'll have to ask.
It's certainly getting interesting. All right.
And of course, as always,
thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
Oh, Sports Gambling Podcast with Sean Second, the Money Greenies. Ryan,
let's eat some W's this weekend.
Kramer, let it ride.
Hey DJs, it's time for some football. Who do you like? Shit, I like them all. What type of friend says gamble is a sin? Yo, if you know bet, you know win. Hey DJs, it's time for some football. Self-control, bro. I just bet it all on Kansas City -10. Shit, I never lose. I just push or win. Parlays, teasers, tons of prop bets. I just bet heavy as fuck on this money line live bet. Got my cigars, my booze, and a bag of edibles. We the real men of D-Gen. This is how we roll. Hey, D-Gens, it's time for some football. Who do you like? Shit, I like them all. What type of friend says gamble is a sin? Yo, if you know bet, you know win. Hey, D-Gens, it's time for some football. Self-control, bro. I just bet it all on Kansas City -10. Shit, I never lose. I just push or win. Score is tied and stakes is high. How's my prediction? It can't be denied. Hoping that this game don't slip away, cause this could be my fucking lucky day. Hey D-Gens, it's time for some football. Who do you like? Shit, I like them all. What type of friend says gamble is a sin? Yo, if you know bet, you know win. Hey D-Gens, it's time for some football. Self-control, bro. I just bet it all on the Houston Texans -10. Dude, I never lose. I just push or win. Only tell the wife when I have a big win, but it feels like they get fewer and far in between. Meanwhile, I love the Packers to win outright. Plus, I'm triple stacked with them in the Millie Maker tonight. Hey, D-Gens, it's time for some football. Who do you like? Shit, I like them all. What type of friend says gamble is a sin? Yo, if you know bet, you know win. Hey, D-Gens, it's time for some football. Self-control, bro. I just bet it all on Jacksonville +10. Shit, I never lose. I either push or win. Hey, Sean. Yes, Ryan. Fly, Eagles, fly. Ryan, dude, wow, you're so sweet. I really appreciate that. It's going to be a great season for my Eagles. And hey, just for that, I'll give you a banger Giants drop. Now, how does that sound? No way. Here we go. Gee, man, the Giants are a great football team, and I have a weird crush on the head coach. I mean, he dropped all that weight, right? Dude, I'm dying. I know. Uh-oh, here comes Decker. Hey, Decker! Hey, kids! I just have one thing to say to you. What what's that deck? San Diego Superchargers charge. Bro, they not an SD anymore. How many times do I have to tell you? That is a disgusting act. Hey, any of you guys want to toe out about disgusting? Hey, yo, how about my pats? Here we go, baby freaking wheel, man. Shut it, Capper. You like that? Careful of what? Of all the nerds